Jodie Chesney and Youssef Maki are the latest 9th and 10th teens to be fatally stabbed this year. This is the London park where Jodie Chesney was murdered, stabbed in the back as she played music with friends. The victims were both 17. 10 teenagers have been killed in stabbings this year, 27 in the past 12 months. The killings have caused outrage and a fierce national debate.
9 of my friends were shot dead and the last one was shot 57 times.
This is Sheldon Thomas, a former gang member who now advises young people and politicians on violent crime. He believes the current debate's been heightened because recent victims have been white and middle class.
Why does it take a middle-class person to be killed before they use the word crisis when poor whites and blacks have been killed for many years? Over 15, 20 years, we've had countless of young people stabbed in exactly the same way, shot dead, and yet that it wasn't considered a crisis then.
Sheldon Thomas wants the authorities to pay more attention to the impact of social media and a culture that glorifies guns and knife crime. This is drill music the police believe fuels rival gang violence. This group, 1011, was recently banned from mentioning death or injury in their music.
Money, girls and respect. That's the gang's motto. In their world, social media is their broadcaster. Social media is the mum. Social media is the dad. And in their world, what you call a surge in knife crime, they call justice. It's their version of justice.
Finding a solution to knife crime is now in the hands of the government and police.
A growing number of young people have lost their lives in a cycle of mindless violence that has shocked us all. The responsibility for these crimes lies with the perpetrators of them. But we must all do more to ensure that justice is served.
But the government faces tough questions over funding cuts that have led to the lowest police numbers in decades.
Public services that were there to support young people have been systematically stripped away. You cannot keep communities safe on the cheap by cuts and privatisation. You have to invest in all of our communities.
Police chiefs want to implement a surge against knife crime and review powers to stop and search people. They've been given to the end of the week to set out exactly how much investment they need.
There are fewer officers, therefore there's less policing going on and there's more crime. So there's some sort of link. It's not the only thing that explains what's going on, but it is part of the equation.
Poverty, drugs, gangs, abusive homes, psychological problems, deep cuts in policing, not to mention an online culture that seems to glamorise and glorify violence. There's no single reason why young people are carrying knives, while teens are murdering teens on Britain's streets. And that suggests there's no single solution. Neave Barker, Al Jazeera, London.